Jesus Christ. Good morning, my dear from students. You are once more welcome to this lesson. Today, we'll be working with a continuation of our chapter 4, Transport in Animals. And we'll be looking at pulmonary and systematic circulation. Then, in our plan for the lesson, we'll have introduction, review of previous lesson, introduction, review of previous lesson. We'll have our objectives, we'll have presentation, which we'll be talking about pulmonary and systematic circulation. Then we'll have the diagram of the circulatory system. And then we'll have an activity that you will take for the day. As we get into our introduction here, we are looking at the previous lesson, which was on the functioning of the heart, heartbeat, or working action of the heart. We mentioned the fact that this working action of the heartbeat, has to do with two processes, systole and diastole. I would say systole here has to do with contraction of the chambers, which means contraction of the ventricle, contraction of the auricle. Then diastole has to do with relaxation of the chambers, relaxation of the auricles, relaxation of the ventricle. And we mentioned that because of this, therefore, for the auricles, we have auricular diastole and auricular systole. And for the ventricles, we have ventricular diastole and ventricular systole. And we are given what is happening at each time that this is taking place. We say when there's contraction, the chambers are sending out blood. But when there's relaxation, the chambers are at rest and are receiving blood. That's just to make us have in mind some of the things that we indicated. Going through those types, the types of systole and diastole, helps to take you to our previous lesson. Then, for the objectives of our lesson of today, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe blood circulation in the body, stating the different blood vessels and organs involved. Take note, we have blood circulation in the heart. Here now, we are looking at blood circulation in the entire body. First, we'll look at pulmonary circulation, which we can say there are two groups or two types, pulmonary circulation. And what is pulmonary circulation? We say pulmonary circulation is one that occurs between the heart and the lungs. It involves two vessels, which are the pulmonary vein that carries oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart, and the pulmonary artery that carries deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs. From the heart to the lungs. This is pulmonary circulation. It means a circulation between the heart and the lungs. Communication between the heart and the lung. Blood flow between the heart and the lungs. And it takes place using two vessels. The pulmonary vein that carries oxygenated blood. Take note, this is an exception because all veins carry deoxygenated except the pulmonary vein that carries oxygenated blood. Then the pulmonary artery that carries deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs. Take note, all arteries carry oxygenated blood except the pulmonary artery. Then we'll get to the other type, which is systematic circulation. This one now involves the entire body. It is circulation between the heart and all parts of the body. It involves all arteries that carry oxygenated blood and all veins that carry deoxygenated blood. Below is a table showing the different blood vessels. A table showing the different blood vessels linking the various organs of the body. We have a table here that shows the different blood vessels linking the various organs of the body. We'll get to the table. We have organ, blood vessel. We have the head, the blood vessel, carotid artery, and jugular vein. We have the arms. The vessel is subclavian. We have thorax, intercostal. Stomach, we have stomach and intestines. We have mesenteric artery and hepatic portal vein. The liver, we have hepatic, that's a vessel called hepatic. Then the kidney, renal, the gonads, gonadia, the legs, we call it iliac. What does this mean? It means if we come to the arms and want to look at the blood vessels supplying blood to the arm and taking blood out of the arm, and we're using this word subclavian, it means that what? The vessel supplying blood to the arm is called the subclavian artery, and this one is supplying oxygenated blood. And the one taking blood away from the heart is called the subclavian vein. It means it's carrying out the oxygenated blood. Take note, we say this is systematic circulation, and it involves all arteries that carry oxygenated blood and all veins that carry deoxygenated blood. So in this case, the artery is carrying oxygenated blood into the organ. So which means the subclavian artery is carrying oxygenated blood to the arms, and the subclavian vein is taking away the oxygenated blood from the arm. If we come here, the kidney, the name given to the vessel is renal. It means we have the renal artery and the renal vein. While the renal artery is taking in oxygenated blood to the kidney, the renal vein is taking oxygenated blood out of the kidney. That is how this is. Just give an example here of that of the liver. To say from the above table, each vessel has a similar name, just as we are giving, for the artery and the vein. Like we say, subclavian artery, subclavian vein, renal artery, renal vein. For example, the liver has the hepatic artery that supplies oxygenated blood and the hepatic vein that carries away deoxygenated blood. Exceptions are the head and the intestines with different names. That's why at the head we saw carotid artery, the jugular vein. In the intestine we saw the mesenteric artery and the hepatic portal vein. These are some of the veins that we have. As we get into the diagram of the circulatory system, this diagram of circulatory system is giving us these organs. So this diagram is giving us the organ. Take note, if we come here and we divide this, if we take this diagram into two parts, it means we have the left. Take note, this is the left. Your right is the left of the diagram, and this is the right. So this is the left part of the diagram, this is the right. So we explain that blood that is flowing on this left part is oxygenated blood, and the blood that is on this right part is blood that is flowing on this left part is oxygenated blood. Take note, on the left part is oxygenated blood, and the blood that is flowing on the right side here is deoxygenated blood. So if you look at this, you discover that here we have the heart. Just like the heart, we have the left part of the heart and we have the right part of the heart. And from here, it indicates that when blood leaves the lungs, these are the lungs here. We have the lungs. When blood leaves the lungs, the blood will flow through to the heart. Then from the heart, it goes again to the lungs. From the lungs, you see that the blood, if it's leaving the lungs, it's leaving the lungs as blood carrying oxygen. This is how it flows into the lungs. Then it flows into the lungs and then enters the heart here as oxygenated blood. Then from here, it leaves the heart through the main vessel we indicated called the aorta. Then it joins general circulation and it moves. As the blood is moving down from here as oxygenated blood, it supplies the liver here through the vessel that we mentioned. Take note that the arteries now are carrying oxygenated blood to the organ. So we expect that if this is the main artery, it is branching to give the smaller arteries, and the one leading to the liver, we mentioned that the term that is describing the vessel of the liver is hepatic. So it means this arrow here is indicating blood flowing into the liver. So you can label this one as the hepatic artery. Take note, because at the end of this, we will label all of this part. You will label this vessel entering the liver as the hepatic artery. Then as we move down, you have the same blood that is branching and entering the intestines. You saw what happened at the intestine. So you have to label this vessel entering the intestine. We saw it. What was the name of the artery? The name of the artery is the mesenteric artery. So this vessel you label here as mesenteric artery. Here you label as hepatic artery. You indicate hepatic artery, here mesenteric artery. Then as we move down to the kidney, what was the term that was describing the vessels of the kidney? Renal. So you label this as renal artery. Take note that on this side we are talking about arteries. Then as we move down to the leg, the one that is leading to, they say, hind leg or tail, the vessel that is leading into the leg, we mention on what? The term iliac. So here you will label the iliac artery. So all of these sides you are labeling artery. So that on this side now, you are labeling the vein. You are labeling the vein. The same names are used. It's under here. From the intestine to the liver. From the intestine to the liver, it has been indicated. Hepatic portal vein. So you can take note here. This is that aorta that I was mentioning. The aorta. This aorta is the largest artery that carries blood, and when it is coming here, it is distributing them to the liver, to the intestine, to the kidney, to the leg. This is just to indicate some organs of the body. There are many other organs of the body. This one is just to indicate the organs that we have using the structure that we have here. So you are supposed to draw this diagram and then you indicate all of this. You label. So this diagram is incomplete because you are supposed to label all these vessels as I've indicated. Then here you discover that if here we are talking of deoxygenated blood on the right side of the heart, it means when the iliac artery supplies oxygenated blood to the leg and the cells of the legs make use of oxygen and food, then the blood now will flow through this end as deoxygenated blood. So now we say that this part you have the veins. So this side we have the veins. And the veins carry now deoxygenated blood now to the heart. And what is happening here? We will discover that the veins now will join. The veins from the lower part of the body, they are joining now. They are from the lower part of the body, they join and they are forming the inferior vena cava. They are forming the inferior vena cava. These are the ones from the lower part of the body. Then the veins from the upper part of the body, they join now to form the superior vena cava. Those from the upper part of the body, they form to join the superior vena cava. So I was putting this word superior so that you should take note. It's those from the upper part of the body joining to form the superior vena cava. Those from the lower part of the body joining to form the inferior vena cava. All of these two now, the superior and the inferior vena cava now joins and enters the right part of the heart. They join and enter the right part of the heart. You discover that when they enter the right part of the heart, this blood is deoxygenated. It now goes out here as deoxygenated blood. It will now take this path. It will take this path, move from here. We said that the blood now as deoxygenated, it will move from here and it will get back to the lungs. So this is the passage. The blood is getting back to the lungs where it will go and regain oxygen. And when it regains oxygen, the process now begins all over. This is our circulatory system. So I expect you to complete this by labeling the parts. When you label the part, then make sure that you can also sketch this structure and then indicate the different vessels and the various organs that the vessels are supplying blood to and carrying blood away from. That is what makes the circulatory system. So take note that this is a diagram of the general circulatory system. So we'll end up with this question. Describe how a glucose molecule from the ileum reaches the cells of the leg. Describe how a glucose molecule from the ileum reaches the cells of the leg. This is your assignment. I expect you to answer this question. Take note, they have given 10 marks. It means it's not just 2 sentences. It means you have to take time and see how it moves, how the glucose molecule from the ileum, where is the ileum? The intestine. How does it get to the cells of the leg? This is our lesson for today. I hope that you are there, you have followed up the lesson. Any problem, you always channel, send to us. I want to wish you a nice day and God bless you.